Alright, hey guys, this is Cameron Rabb, and I'm at my home course right now, Ed Austin, here in Jacksonville, Florida. And this is where all the disc golf happens. So today, I figured I'd make this video and show you what is in my bag. So, we're gonna start with the slot up top. So, I've got some mids up here actually, and I love throwing these. All three of these are Mindbenders, so they're all from Discmania line. I got this blue one here first. This one is, let's see, 179 grams. This one's pretty straight. It's also got a pretty stable finish to it. Great disc for like in the woods and things like that. I usually throw this one pretty flat. This one is the max weight Mindbender, so this one is 180 grams. This one's definitely a lot more stable than the blue one. It'll pretty much hold hyzer most of the time, doesn't really ever get to flat. Great disc though, like I can trust it more on the wind and know that it's not going to turn over as much. And this one, you can actually just feel the difference. These are all the C-line plastic, but this Mindbender, and they're all metal flake Mindbenders. This one is my flippiest, so this one will turn some, and it's the lightest weight, that's why. Let's see, the weight is 173. So we got 173, 179, and 180. So stable, kind of flat, and this will turn some. It won't really ever turn over unless you really crank it, but put these Mindbenders up in the top spot. Love throwing these guys. Alright, now we're gonna go to some putters. So this is my putter pouch here, and I've got 6 of them in here. It's so windy out here. Apologize. Yeah, it's like 15 to 20 mile per hour winds. I just shot 10 down through 24 holes. Or no, 9 down. 10 birdies and 1 bogey. So onto the putters. So let's see, my throwing putter, I'll throw this from Clash Discs. It's the popcorn, and 173 grams. This one is, I can throw it pretty flat and it would just go pretty straight for a while. So this is great for like really short holes, anything from like 150 to 225 short holes. I'll throw a straight shot and use the popcorn from Clash Discs. And then the rest of my putters are all deputies from Dynamic Discs. So this guy here is really beat in. It's not even that flat anymore. You can probably see that. It's really wobbly. I'll use this to throw shots, and this is like the soft deputy plastic, but I'll use this for a lot of turnover shots and things like that. This is my brand new deputy I just got from New World, and this guy is still pretty new, not really broken in yet. The plastic's pretty nice and new still. But yeah, nice little New World stamp on there. Love this disc. So this is starting to beat in, become one of my putting putters. And then my other putting putters, these are all the same deputy understable putter. I like the understable putters because you get a lot more glide out of them. If I put on some highs or whatever, it'll just go a lot farther. So it'll give me a lot more distance. So if I'm outside the circle, I can trust this, and it'll give me a lot more glide. Versus a stable putter, I'm not going to really be reaching the basket quite as often from outside C1 looks. So these are what I putt with. I did have 4 of them, but I lost a white one recently, so that's where this guy comes into play. So there you have it. These 3 white ones, this one, these are all hard deputy plastic, and then this guy is soft deputy plastic. So 5 deputies and the throwing Clash putter. Awesome disc right here. Alright, let's see. So that's kind of the top pouches here. This guy here. Wow, it is so windy. It's blowing my phone out. It's crazy. Yeah, this guy in the top spot is my Boss from Innova. I believe it's maybe Champion Blizzard plastic. It looks like the bubbles on the outside of the Blizzard, but I love this die. I think it was like an infinite disc stamp. This one's awesome. I'll use this for like any sort of like scramble approach shots and things like that. So use this on a lot of forehands where I'm going like left to right really quickly for scramble shots, or just really short up shots that I know have to bend around one way or the other. I'll use this. It's kind of my utility disc for up shots. Super stable. It's like 13 speed, maybe like 4 or 5 glide, 0 turn, and 3 fade. So this guy will just, it's probably my most stable disc in my bag. Okay, I do have some mids in here. Let's see, back this guy up some. Yeah, so I've got some mids in here. I've got 4 mids, one of which I just put in recently. Like I said, the mind benders that I keep up top are pretty much all really stable. This is my favorite mid right now. Mako 3 Champion Plastic from Innova. This disc is absolutely amazing. I will throw this all the time. I like this more than the mind benders personally. So much glide to it. I can put on a little hyzer and it'll just flip up to flat and just go forever. So this is really trusty disc right here. Probably my most frequently used mid-range. I love the plastic, the feel of it, the rim, everything is so nice. Looks like 172 grams. Yeah, this is my go-to mid right now, so love that guy. Let's see, I just kind of put this back in the bag. I got this from a tournament recently, the Westside Tursus. It's kind of flippy. I think it's probably -2 turn, maybe -1. Little flippy mid, I'm just kind of trying out in the bag again. My flippiest mid right here. Got this in Charlotte, North Carolina a few weeks ago for the excuse me, for the Pro Tour Championships. This is Albert Tam's Bazooka disc. This is a Opto Pearl from Latitude. So this is a -4 turn, so I'll use this for hyzer flips. There's a hole here, hole number 6 in the woods here, and I'll basically hyzer flip this, and the basket's way to the right, and this thing will just hyzer flip and turn way over to the right. It's an awesome disc for that. So my flippiest mid, you could probably even use this for a roller if you wanted. It's that flippy, but I'll put on so much hyzer and it will just flip and just bam, it turns angles so quickly. So great for if you're going hard right. And this guy, I did get this die from Nick Griffith. This is a Rock 3. It's got a pretty domey top too. You can kind of see that. So dome top Rock 3. Love the die. It's like really neon. This is my stable mid that I'm using right now. I just put in the bag a few days ago to try it. I'm not really a fan of the beads on this, but I love the disc in general. So it won't really turn over. So it seems to be super torque resistant in a lot of ways. So I can really crank this guy and it'll get to flat, but it'll always kind of give me a little short fade at the end. So really reliable. You can use this on hyzers as well. So great disc. You can throw with full power and it's not ever going to burn over. So those are my mids in the bag. Let's see. I actually color coordinate this all, and it's like all rainbow right now. So I'll put all these back after the video. I'll just go one by one down the line here. This is a Star Wraith. This thing is like my forehand go-to. Long forehand shots. It's not going to turn over, but it'll give me a little turn on the forehand, so I have more torque on my forehand. Let's see if it's still recording. Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm still rolling here. So yeah, I can really crank this on the forehand. Never turns over, but this is kind of like my max distance with my forehand. If I use this backhand, it'll be like a pushing hyzer, but I can't really ever get this to flat on backhand. So, but forehand, this is like a lot of distance I get from this one here. This guy I just put in the bag. These are actually becoming like my go-to drivers right now. So this is from Marshall Street, and they're up in Massachusetts, right by Maple Hill. This guy is a Sapphire Opto Plastic. Just put this one in the bag. I also have my other Sapphire here, another Bazooka disc. Same disc, same plastic. This one is 157 grams. This one's 159. So this guy will get flat. This one will turn a little bit and have good fade back. And they're both 10 speeds, so they get amazing distance. This one's a little bit more stable right now. I just put this one in the bag. but absolutely becoming my go-to driver, the Sapphire from Latitude 64. Let's see. A couple fairways here. These are kind of like my stable to understable fairways. This one's been in the bag for probably the longest time. This is one of my first discs, the Roadrunner from Innova. It's actually not even that flippy. It'll turn, it acts like a -1 turn, but 9-speed, great for really straight shots with some turn and a low fade at the end. Same with the Vandal. Again, New World plastic, or New World stamp. Yeah, dynamic disc. This Vandal is super straight. These are almost the same flight. But yeah, I love both the Roadrunner and the Vandal. Straight fairway discs, and they'll both turn a little bit and fade back a little bit. So good for like super far pushing straight shots, maybe 300 to 350 range. Let's see. Just put these in the bag. Don't really throw these. Just kind of tester for today. All right. This one is I've got 2 Saints in here. So I throw, this is, let's see, 154 grams for this Saint. And this Saint is 173. So super lightweight Saint. This will turn like no other. This one's pretty stable. So, and the red one's flat, and the white one has a dome to it. So I'll use this for hyzer flips or like super long turnover shots. It could be a roller disc, but this thing is just a bomber, huge turnover disc. Love this Saint right here. But yeah, this one I'll use for a lot of backhands, shots that are left to right, like super big pushing hyzers. I'll use this one because it's domey, never turns over. If it's really windy, I'll use this too, and it'll just push straight for forever. So awesome disc here that will never turn over. It's really trusty. Let's see, some stable plastic. This is an 8-speed from Westside. It's the Bear. This thing is awesome. I can crank this in the wind for like some shorter holes, like 250 to 300 range. And if it's super windy, I'll use this and really trust it in the wind. Never turns over. The thing is insanely stable. Says -0.5 turn and 2.5 fade, but it really acts like 0 turn and like 4 fade. Like the fade is ridiculous. So this thing is absolute meat hook beefcake. Super stable plastic. My compliment to that is the Musket from Latitude. It's Opto plastic. This is a 10-speed. Both of these are super stable. This one's an 8-speed though, so if it's a shorter hole, I'll use this one. This one will have more skip to it, so I'll use this for longer shots. If the hole is short, this one's going to be too much distance for me, and it will skip and flare skip out a lot. But yeah, super good disc here, and they're both great for forehands too. Super torque resistant. Let's see, 3 discs left. This is my G-Star Eagle from Innova. It's pretty dang domey. This one I'll use for just short hyzer shots. Super stable plastic. I just love this one. It feels really good. I'm not a real big fan of domey discs, but this guy's awesome. Doesn't really ever get to flat. It pretty much just holds a hyzer for a while, so really stable, good for short shots. This guy is my 3rd and final Bazooka stamp from Albert Tam. Again, got this in Charlotte, North Carolina for the Pro Tour Championships. This is a diamond, so this is super flippy fairway. I think it's 8-speed, -3 turn. So this thing will just absolutely hyzer flip and just turn over. So I use this for really long turnover shots. But I have to put a lot of air under it because it will just turn and turn and turn. This thing will definitely turn into a roller if you're not careful. But love the black on this. This is a awesome turnover shot disc as long as it's not windy. And then this is the Fury from Latitude 64. I love the stamp on this guy. Stamp is amazing. This is becoming my roller disc. It will kind of turn a lot out of the hand, so it's great for just cranking over, and I can just trust this on a roller. It will hold that cut for a while and then turn at the end. So I don't really throw rollers a lot, but working this in the bag and basically seeing how this turns out to be. So I'm learning how to throw rollers more, so this is becoming my go-to roller disc. I used to throw this for just turnovers, but now this is exclusively for rollers. So that's going to conclude everything in the bag. So again, this is Cameron Rabb, not sponsored, but I love disc golf, and I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. And yeah, I got about, I think 27 to 28 discs in my bag. That's kind of usually where I keep it. So yeah, a lot of good stuff in there, a lot of good plastic.